So maybe returning back to the growth and changes in the practice, we've done some independent research looking at just the size of privacy or cybersecurity. It's different titles at different firms, but you're seeing year-over-year growth, double digits in many cases, 40, 50%, and sometimes that's real, and sometimes there's some crossover with other practice areas. This was a small area of law just a few years ago. So how are you facing the supply and demand issue as a provider of services, Lisa?
Demand very, very much outweighs supply. In 10 years, we're going to have a different story. So we are all training folks in this area. But right now, there are many, many, many first-year associates who are very interested in the area but don't have an iota of knowledge other than perhaps having taken one law school class. And as Harriet said, I think very appropriately, this area is full of lore. There is so much nuance. It's culturally based. You have to understand all of that. You cannot, in this area, probably in any area, but we can tell you for sure in this area, you cannot just open a book and understand what to do. There's a whole culture around both privacy rules and interpretation of privacy rules, and certainly security as well. In the United States, there are 47 state data breach notification laws, plus Guam, U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and D.C., so 51. And yes, you can read any one of those, but how do you manage a breach that implicates all of those laws? That's more art than science. And so we really don't, at this point, have sufficient numbers of lawyers who can do that. But we're working very hard at training, and I think the situation will change in about a decade.